by their head coach, Hayden Fry. I asked him what he said to his Chargers just moments before he released them out into the field. He said, I told them to stay cool, calm, and collected. Hayden Fry is a master of cliches, and the final thing he told his team, Keith, was simply, boys, the hay is in the barn. It's time to go hunting.
That ain't no cliche. That's a saying. There's a difference.
The strengths today, Illinois offensively, their ball control passing attack. They lots of formations, lots of shifting in motion. The pass sets up the run. For Iowa, takeaways has been the big key this year for them. They're number one in the Big Ten in fumble recoveries, number one in turnover edge, and number one in stopping other teams on making third down conversions. So very tough for Iowa this year.
These people are 28 Clinton Lynch for Illinois, 26 Darren Boyer. Jeff Skillett will kick it off. Skillett spells just like it sounds. He is a junior, and he is from Silvis, Illinois. Big lanky fella at 6'4". At times erratic off the tee and field goal tries, but you never know. He can deliver it long. Wind will be blowing today, what there is of it, and it's a relatively mild day. It's quite warm, actually, and the wind is very soft. Blowing, however, from right to left. That's the prevailing wind here. So Jeff hits it. It'll go to the end zone with the help of the wind, and here comes Lynch, and that may have been a mistake. No, it isn't either. He found a huge hole on the left side of the field, and he runs it out to the 38-yard line, where Skillett, the kicker, brings him down. He took that thing at least 5 yards deep in the end zone, and normally you won't get back to the 20, but he had a huge hole over the left side.
Illinois comes into the ball game last in the Big Ten in kickoff returns.
Jason Verduzco, the sophomore quarterback, lucky fellow from Antioch, California, state wrestling champion, has that mentality, has a linebacker mentality at quarterback. Behind him, the Illini will line up with Griffith and Lester, Turner and Wax, the wideouts. And here's your first snap of the ball game. First down from outside the 38-yard line. It's a pass. Sideline. Wax, 9 yards. Illinois will nickel and dime you. They will take what you give them. The offensive front for the Illini, and look at the weights as you go down the line from the tight end. Jeff Finke is the pass receiving tight end. Hartley, the big man who would normally be opening there, is on crutches right now and laid up a bit. Wagner, Lester, and Howard Griffith are the backs behind the quarterback Verduzco as they go to the I formation. This spells run, and it is run, and it is a fumble. The ball rolling around, and Iowa has recovered the football at their own 49-yard line. This is what will get you beat.
Well, we showed you the strengths of both teams a couple of seconds ago, and Iowa's strength was knocking the ball loose. They lead the Big Ten in fumble recoveries. There was a clean exchange between the quarterback. He just drops that ball. Iowa had nothing to do with it other than the fact that Derby got on it, and it's Iowa with a big turnover early in the game.
It is clearly Illinois' mistake.
That's just nerves, Keith. That's pressure.
That's right. That's pressure. Absolutely. All right, first down, Iowa at the 49. We'll set the lineup for you. After this first snap, Matt Rogers pulls the trigger for the Hawkeyes. He goes to the big back bell. He gets up ahead of steam. He's on his way down the sideline. He's finally knocked down out of bounds inside the 10 by Henry Jones. That's the very thing that we told you at the beginning of the show. Don't let that big guy get going, because he will flat run over you, and he just did for 43 yards.
He almost gained more yards on this run than Iowa had all of last year against Illinois. Good blocking by front. Dana Hughes, number 3, gets a block. 18, that's Primus. That's Jones, number 18. Didn't make the play, and Primus comes over to knock him out of bounds.
From the 7, Rogers drops the ball. Oh, the nerves are twanging on both sides. Now let's set the lineup for you. Matt Rogers at 6'4" and 205, the son of Jimmy Rogers, former coach of the Boston Celtics. Nick Bell's a big guy, 6'3", 255. at the tailback position. The fullback is Chihuahua. I'll get it right in a minute. Chihuahua, and he is from Wisconsin, Cudahy. Big sophomore, 210 pounds. He doesn't carry the ball as much as Bell. He is, however, a pretty good pass receiver. And now Rogers from the 10. Hands to Bell. He gets back to the 5. So he picks up 5 on the carry. They had lost from the 7 back to the 10. Lou Henson had a basketball player here named Kuyaba. It's spelled the same way, however. Pronounced Kuyaba. Again, good size. Not among the biggest lines in the country, but it's young. And the question is how they're going to handle Mo Gardner and company up front. And right now, they're handling them fine. It is 3rd down and goal from the Illinois 5-yard line. Rogers back to throw. Gets it away. Touchdown, Iowa. Mike Saunders.
Matt Rogers completed the pass to
Here's Saunders at the top of your screen. He's just going to go down and run to the back of the end zone. The play action will hold the defensive back. 3rd down, little play action. Gets to the in line of the end zone and then runs across. One of the big improvements Iowa this year is the quarterback, Matt Rogers.
Skillets for the point. Hold by Jim Hartlieb, brother of Chuck. Everything is good about the play, and Iowa jumps to the lead 7-0.
Primus doesn't know where the ball is.
And it's easy.
The next time you experience headaches, backaches, nausea, and sleepless nights, there is one way to get relief fast. GMAC. We make financing and leasing your new GM vehicle painless.
Radio Shack has Christmas toys to thrill your favorite girls and boys. Radios, lovable as can be. A vanity case lights up to see. There's Roby the robot banker, too. And dinosaurs flashing eyes at you. Learning's fun with games that teach. I'm sure that you'll want one of each. For making music oh so clear, your favorite instruments are here. For all your electronic toys, don't delay. Shop your favorite Radio Shack today.
Battery-operated toys from $2.59 at Radio Shack, America's technology store. Nobody compares for Christmas shopping.
America uses more things produced from oil than any other country in the world. BP produces more domestic oil than any other company in America. BP.
The undefeated New York Giants are off to their best start ever. Now they head to Indianapolis to tackle Eric Dickerson and the Colts on ABC's Monday Night Football.
You can't blame the Hawkeyes for being excited about the circumstances because they are the unknown team in the country. Iowa and Washington probably the least known of the ranked good football teams in the country.
Saunders says, get your tickets out. We're going to the Rose Bowl. They're a loose, confident group.
Skillet's kickoff. Almost good for 3. Wind is about 17 miles an hour, going from right to left. And now Illinois will get the ball, trying to restore a little order to things here because they fumbled it. Away to Iowa, and Iowa stuck at the end zone from their own 49, 43 of those yards on a run by the big tailback, Nick Bell.
Take a look at what happened coming into this ball game. Last year, Iowa was minus 13 in turnovers, 9th in the Big Ten. This year, coming in, they were plus 7 with that fumble. They're plus 8. One of the reasons for the turnaround of the Hawkeyes.
Howard Griffith is the single back for Illinois. Verduzco threw on the first snap of the game, gives instead this time to Griffith. And from the 20, Howard picks up close to 7 yards. Santos, Ruland, Davis, Johnson, Smith. The big guys, the big dogs in that hunting group there are Ruland and Johnson. Derby and Foster having big year because of the change in defensive line play, philosophy of it. Holly and Hanks, good corners. Book and Wise are the safeties. Wagner checks into the ball game, goes into the slot. That's Turner, a burner in motion. Give it to Howard Griffith, and he gets up to the 29. He's a yard short of the first down.
One of the things we'll be watching today in the center of the line, Kurt Lovelace is a two-time academic All-Big Ten center. He is the coach on the field for John Mackovic. Melvin Foster leads this team in tackles, not only this year, but also last year. And they'll be doing some deals in the middle there. Be interesting to see who wins that matchup. We'll be watching.
Jason Verduzco pitches that ball back to Howard Griffith, and Iowa stops him short of the first down. Nothing on that play. Nothing. Rod Davis, the nose guard, and Leroy Smith, the defensive end. The unlikely number 8, Leroy Smith, is playing at a defensive end position. So they've got to punt it. It's Corey Wells with Antilla deep. Wells averaging just under 40. They got a little heat on him, but he gets a good kick away into the wind. Takes a soft bounce. And the Illini will put it down just outside the 35-yard line. 11:10 to go, first quarter. Iowa 7-0.
What do you think? Here's a better idea.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the Bermuda Triangle.
No wonder nobody ever comes back.
They say the one on top has all the power. Which could be why more truck owners switched to Chevy last year than to any other truck. The top standard horsepower and the top available horsepower, our 454 SS, help make Chevrolet America's favorite half-ton pickup. For power at the top, more people are winning with the heartbeat of America. Today's truck is Chevrolet.
By 10:30 a.m. any business day, one company will guarantee delivery of your overnight air packages to more people, places, and businesses than anyone else in the industry. UPS introduces 10:30 a.m. guaranteed overnight air delivery. 62,000 trucks. No waiting.
They're the top 10 teams and their scores, games they are playing at this particular time, and the ones that will be played later. Right here it is 7-0 at Champaign, Illinois, with the Fighting Illini and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Squaring off with the winner of this one walking away with at least a third of a ticket to the Rose Bowl.
At least an inside track to it, huh?
Yep.
The winner of this ball game needs to win only 2 of the next 3 Big Ten encounters to go to Pasadena.
Illinois, however, has Michigan, Indiana in their future on the road. This is Nick Bell, big guy from Las Vegas, and he's much more fluid, much looser than he was a year ago when we saw him, and he has just run for another big gain from the 36 to the 49, brought down by Henry Jones. The defense for Illinois, pretty well known in this neck of the woods. Foggy, Gardner, and Agee. Agee going back to a down lineman position with Poloski moving up to the rush position. Brownlow, of course. Derek Brownlow, one of the top linebackers in the country. Hamner, Hopkins, Primus, and Jones in a very good secondary. First down for Iowa. Bell again. searches around, finds a couple of yards before Mel Agee takes him down. And it's been my feeling since I saw that they had made that move in the Wisconsin game that Agee would become a more and more obvious in the football game.
You're so right. Just take a look at in the trenches for the other side. The center for Iowa, Mike Devlin, a sophomore, going up against Mo Gardner, the consensus All-American. Coaches have told us that Devlin, the center, handled Gardner as well as any center all of last year.
But you get preoccupied with Gardner, that's when Agee will eat your lunch.
That's for sure.
This is Bell again. I mean, he is not easy. He weighs 255 pounds. And I'm pretty sure he could outrun Bill Inyard. Remember Earthquake Inyard?
I sure do.
250 pounds up at Oregon State. Well, they're about the same size, but I think Bell might be the fastest.
Talked about the battle in the middle. Watch here. See if Devlin handles Gardner by himself. That allows the other offensive lineman to get out on the linebackers, and that, more than anything else, was the reason for that run by Bell.
And right now, John Mackovic has to be concerned, and so does Lou Tepper, because the basic premise of controlling Iowa was to control Bell. If you don't get him before it gets started, I mean, his wagon is going to run over you, because he is a big, strong kid. Mo Gardner in on that tackle. Here's Jackaroo.
Keith, the early success of the Iowa Hawkeyes has had a dramatic effect on both sidelines. First, on the Iowa sidelines, Hayden Fry and his group, well, they're backslapping, talking about it, and having a good time. But on the Illinois sideline, John Mackovic and the Illini, they are not at all really very happy about things. In fact, they are standing up and very concerned.
Right now, they're getting whooped. Bell has 6 carries, 84 yards. Here, Rogers dumps it off. It goes to Kuyawa. Kuyawa will get inside the 25 to about the 23. Bell, incidentally, going back to him for just the moment, 6 carries, 84 yards. Coming into today, he had been averaging about 82 yards a game. But the fullback is a very good receiver and very prominent if, again, you get preoccupied with one guy or another. Tony Stewart, a senior from Union, New Jersey, has come into the ball game now, a tailback for Iowa. He's coming off a knee surgery that slowed him down all last year. And now Matt Rogers calls a timeout. Hayden Fry calls the plays from the sidelines, calls them all. He is the offensive coordinator for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Don't ever doubt it. He and the quarterback wanted to have a talk.
Getting to know you.
Geostorm. Great way to get away. 16 valves. Hello, road. The turns. The hills. This is it. Now this could be contagious.
Getting to know you.
Now's the time to get to know the Geostorm at your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
My main Yugoslavian and very sensitive Laker brother, Vlade Divac, looks a whole lot better now because he just shaved off his beard with the new Schick Slim Twin Plus with aloe.
How'd it go, Vlade?
Nema problema. Was the blade narrow enough?
Nema problema. How do you like the new aloe comfort strip? I'm no longer irritating.
Try the new Slim Twin Plus with aloe. It reaches every place on every sensitive face.
So now make a good like me face?
Problema, Vlade. Big problema.
From Schick.
What do you think Marla's going to do when we show up?
Hopefully she'll feed us.
It's good to see you, It's been too long.
One day, the most important thing in your world could be your tires. That's why Goodyear engineered the Invicta GS to help keep you in touch with the road.
I guess they're home. I miss you.
I miss you too.
We like to say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
Boris Davishevsky went to the Rose Bowl that year, beat California. Hayden Fry came in after the program had been down. He certainly has turned things around.
You talk about Hayden calling the plays. He was a quarterback at Baylor. Both of these coaches call the plays, and both were quarterbacks in college.
3rd down and 2 for Iowa. Ball in 23 of Illinois. Ball goes to Stewart. Stewart's got a first down for the Hawkeyes. And that young offensive front of Davis, Melisher, Devlin, Agater, Baxley, and the tight end Titley are moving people around.
You hit the nail on the head. The offensive line is just moving people out. Iowa came into the ball game the leading offensive team in the Big Ten and second in the rush category. They are rushing all over the place here in the first half of the first quarter against Illinois.
First down, 18 of Illinois. Tailback Stewart made his cut just in time, and in making the cut when he did, got away from Mel Agee, number 96. Asked Hayden Fry yesterday where he planned to attack the Illini. He said,
since I started coaching college ranks, I've called my offense and my defense scratch where it itches. And I'm really not going to know what I'm going to call, since I call the plays, what to emphasize until I see what they want to do against us. But I'll know real quick. I'll know by midway in the first quarter. I've got a couple of game plans, and whatever they do, Keith, I'll say this, I don't really anticipate them changing a lot because they've been so good last year and this year, there's no need to change. And if they do change, they're really going to catch me flat-footed. But I don't think they're going to desert what's been good to them.
We're in the middle of the first quarter. Iowa leads 7-0. The ball is on the Illinois 9. It's third down and a yard and a half. So I'd say Hayden's kind of got it figured out already.
Well, yeah, and he is right. You know, a good team like Illinois is not going to change. They're going to do 95% what they do best. They may change it a little, one wrinkle here or there.
Nick Bell is back in. He's got it on short yardage. Just falling down, he can get you 3 yards, and that's just about what he did right there. We've got an Illini man down on the field. It's number 20, Quentin Parker, who's out there with a very, very sore ankle. And he may have hurt it again.
He was injured here 2 weeks ago against Michigan State.
Quentin Parker is safety.
He missed last week's game. Didn't think he would play, but I think the fact that this is a big game and seeing how Iowa took the ball down on their first drive, Parker just wanted to get in there. He's a strong safety. Coming from the right side of your screen, number 20.
Oh, yeah, he gets his bent back.
That's his other.
That's the other leg. Yeah, that's not the sore one.
Yeah.
Incidentally, Bell was held short of the first down.
That'll happen a lot of times, Keith. When you're out there playing with an injury, you try to protect it. You protect your left ankle, and sometimes you'll overextend yourself and hurt your right ankle or right knee.
So now Hayden Fry has a decision to make. It is fourth down and very short. And he's going to go. Oh, it's put-up time right here, isn't it?
Well, I think he's had the best of it so far in the first quarter, and he wants to keep it. Even if he doesn't make it, he's still giving Illinois the ball deep in their own territory.
Kuyala is the single back. Rogers sneaks, gets it. Matt Rogers stands 6'4", and he just fell down between the center and the right guard, Agater. Devlin and Agater, that's 275 and 280. They had moved the defensive front of Illinois. It's first down and goal, Iowa, at the Illini 7.
Iowa gets inside the 20. They'll score most of the time.
They put Bell about 7 yards deep. Rogers gives it to him on a little delay, and he's at the 4, where he is brought out. Hinkle, 51, and Brownlow, 48, the tackle.
Bell was a state wrestling champion in high school. He grew up in Nevada. In fact, he was so big as a youngster that he was not allowed to play in the youth leagues in football. Didn't play football until he was in high school.
Second down and goal. Rogers option, gets a yard. He wanted to pitch the ball back, but Pawlowski had penetrated and had messed up the option opportunity. And to try to pitch it back to Bell would have been risking interception.
To look at Mike Pawlowski, number 98, has really been a surprise this year for Lou Tepper, the defensive coordinator, has allowed him to move Mel Agee around a little bit. But he said Pawlowski really came back very confident and in shape this year. This is the 13th play of this drive.
Third and goal from the 3. Stewart is the tailback. He's got it. Sweep. Throws the pass into the corner. Touchdown, Damon Hughes for Iowa. So the Hawkeyes cash in again.
Here's Hughes. He's going to go in motion. He's going to slip up here and get behind. Now watch these men as they come across with the toss. He'll toss the ball. He's going to show run. Hayden Fry has not been afraid of using trick plays in the past.
Skillet's kick for the point is good. At 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Iowa 14, Illinois nothing.
Take a look at it from behind the defense. See if this shows run to you. The offensive linemen are firing out. It looks like run to them. Everybody's down. Tailback also showed. Stewart showed like it was going to be run. Put the ball away. Just good execution. Iowa coming in had only scored 16 first quarter points in the first 7 games. They have 14 here today, and the first quarter has 4 minutes to go.
So this crowd of better than 70,000 stunned by the dominance of Iowa here in the first quarter. Effectively, the Hawkeyes have taken the crowd out of the game.
Tony Stewart through the pass. You know, Hayden was telling us yesterday that he really thought the team turned around at that loss. The only loss all year down in Miami.
Well, it was only 24-21 into the third quarter, and they got beat in the last quarter. That's a good decision. Very good decision. Because Boyer wanted to come out in the worst way, and Clinton Lynch grabbed him by the shirt and just held him in the end zone because, you know, they kind of stretched the luck the first time.
That's a big-time drive there. 13 plays, took up a lot of time, and you got your points on the board. But what Hayden was saying, that the loss in Miami, they looked up at the scoreboard against a good Miami team and said, hey, we're in this ball game, we can play. And then they went to Michigan State on the road, and they beat Michigan on the road. They're a very confident ball club.
Now Illinois has got to shake off the shock and try to get something going from their end of the field as Verduzco throws. The ball is batted right back in his face by big Matt Ruland. A 275-pound tackle from Hilbert, Wisconsin. Ruland 57 and Johnson 71.
Bottom of your screen, number 57. You can't get any penetration. Good vision by a defensive tackle. He sees the small Verduzco throwing the football, and if the defensive lineman is not going to make a sack, that's the next best thing.
Handoff. Wagner Lester, who had fumbled it the first time he touched it, searches his way up to about the 22-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 8. John Makovic's idea of attacking against Iowa put this way yesterday.
We cannot just run or pass. We have to move around quite a bit. And Jason has given us that versatility to be able to move around a little better than Jeff George did, actually. And that's given us a chance to do some things that we wanted to do. But we cannot give them the basic plays over and over again. We have to mix it up.
Penalty flag. You may get a grounding here. Gil Marchman, the referee. Grounding the ball. Yep. I mean, just absolutely threw that one away. I mean, the defensive man blitzing was in clean and clear on top of him, Ted Faley, and he had a hold of it. Well, and he just threw it under him to get rid of it.
Let me show you why. Iowa changed up a little bit. 2 linebackers over here. Here's another one. 4 linebackers are all going to blitz. Verduzco has not seen this from Iowa before. Defensive coordinator Bill Brazier. A man is free in the pocket. Verduzco just throws it away, and he's caught for grounding.
Intentional grounding on the offense. That's a loss of down. 4th down.
Gil Marchman, the referee, calling the penalty.
More importantly, Keith, oh yeah, that's no question about that. More importantly, though, Illinois has had the ball 3 times and has given up all 3 possessions, have not had it for more than 3 plays. The first drive, they had it 2 plays and fumbled.
Corey Wells, the punter, has been blocked 3 times. Out of the end zone, they get some heat, but he gets it out. Pretty good kick under the circumstances. That's Jeff Antilla. Antilla will go down. Redshirt freshman from Wisconsin is taken down, but it's on the Illinois side of the field. So once again, the Hawkeyes are sitting in good field position. 40-yard punt, a 2-yard return. I'll give you the rest of the officials before we get this next series going. Don Thayer is the umpire. Jim Mullendore, the head linesman. Jim Keogh, the line judge. Bob Colbert, the field judge. Dick Honig, the side judge. And Jim Sherlock is the back judge. Iowa just absolutely dominating here in the first quarter of play. Bell. And Bell picks up about 2 yards on the carry. Mel Agee makes the tackle. Let's join Roger Twybo for a moment.
Thank you very much, Keith. Washington already with a 7-0 lead, and this is Bino Bryant. 70 yards he'll go as he outruns punter Josh Miller for the touchdown. Washington leads it in the first quarter 14-0, and Keith, that's the 3rd touchdown punt return for Bryant this year.
It's got to be a pretty good football game, Rog, I'll tell you. It must be. 2nd down and 8. Matt Rogers loads it up. Can't find the man he wants. And one bounces it to a receiver. So that'll be an incomplete forward pass. Here's Jack Arute.
Keith, Hayden Fry keeps a black book, not with names and dates of recruits, but every stadium that he plays in. And this Memorial Stadium, he says in his book, is the worst. The reason why: the swirling winds, not only east to west and north to south, but between the hash marks and away from the hash marks. Very lucky today, though. The wind is almost non-existent.
They ain't over.
Well, we told you, too, he's a quarterback, so he wants to know, an ex-quarterback, he wants to know where that wind's coming from.
He's like a center field. A pitcher. He goes out and looks and sees where the flag is. This is Nick Bell. Another big run, but he fumbles the football, but a trailing Hawkeye recovers it. One of his own people running right behind him looked like he covered that ball. Iowa's got it. There's no question about that. It's just a question of who it was that recovered it. You're talking about the Washington Huskies. The fellow, Bob Asmussen, here in the local papers this morning has a mock playoff. You see that, a column on a mock playoff?
No.
You know, the media wants a playoff.
Yeah.
They're about the only people in the world that want a playoff, but the media wants a playoff. So he has this mock playoff going, and he's got Washington winning it.
Oh, he does? Yeah. Well, this is good blocking up front by Iowa, just handling the defensive front 7. The ball comes out early. Iowa maintains possession.
Bell now on 10 carries has 105 yards. It's first down. The ball is at the 25-yard line.
Looks like Velliser with the recovery.
That's Bell again. See that? Touchdown, Iowa. .255-pound Bell just ran over Romero Bryce.
This has been the Nick Bell show, the first quarter of the ball game. Bell is 6'3" and 255, as we mentioned. He runs the 40 in 4.5. He is a sprinter on the indoor track team for the University of Iowa during the winter.
Skillett for the point try. Jim Hartley will hold it. Steve Gross snaps it, and everything works. And at 2:01 to go in the first quarter, the Iowa Hawkeyes are blowing away the Fighting Illini.
Take a look at the front, the offensive line. That's Devlin. Number 60, 75 is Agater. There's huge gaps in that the defensive front. That's Green, number 33. He is just outrunning everybody.
Yeah, Bryce is the guy who had a hold of him by the shirt. 58.
Bryce had a chance.
Yeah, you can't arm tackle him, I'll tell you that. Well, he is the top-rated running back off his performance this season in that NFL scouting combine. If you want to use that as a measure.
There are 3 players, Keith, in this game that are top at their position. Not only Nick Bell, the running back, but also for Illinois, the nose tackle. Gardner is the top guy, and also Mel Agee, the defensive end, and he's running right through those two here this afternoon.
You got 2 minutes and 1 second to go. And John Mackovic has gotten into the spirit of things now. Things are not going well. The coat has come off. The tie will go next. Then will come a big stick. Good high, long kickoff. No return. Now you see Boyer catching it, and Lynch standing out there in front of him and said, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Take it at the 20.
Just to show you how everything is going Iowa's way, Skillett is not known to have a strong leg. His kickoffs normally go down to about the 15 or 10-yard line.
Yeah, he's pumped too now.
He's got a little breeze behind, but not that much.
That's one of the great advantages of folks not knowing you. I don't know how good you are. And I'll tell you, I've said it about 20 times. You give Hayden Fry a whole winter to stew on something, and he'll work something out. That might get picked off, but instead it's a great play by David Olson. I mean, that was a wounded goose. That thing was flying on a half a wing. Olson just went up and got it.
You know, they'll look back on that play and say, both coaches, and say, this could have turned the game around. For Hayden Fry, if we could have gotten that and gone in and got another one, this ball is thrown up for grabs. Foster is 66, and Hanks is 45, 2 of their best players. And Olson goes up and takes it away, the redshirt freshman.
Sean Wax gimped off the field. He got dinged up on that play. Verduzco throws underneath to Finke, the other tight end. So finally they look to what, in my opinion, is football's most secret weapon, the tight end. And they pick up a couple of pass completions, and now suddenly they're moving the ball a little bit.
Well, this is a critical time in a very early in the ball game for Mackovic and the Illini. They have got to make some first downs, and they have got to get some points on the board to take some pressure off of their defense.
2nd down and 2 with 1:15 to play in the first quarter. 21-0 Iowa. Griffith is just buried. No, it's Fagan buried behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, he's got one step and bang, bang. That was it. The loss is back near the 40, inside the 41. They've got to go just about the 46, so they need the better part of 5 yards. Fagan stays in. Camino Bell comes in. Pretty good pass receiver. They'll go to the shotgun. Iowa shows blitz, and then Derby backs out, and the pass is thrown short. That's a good catch by Turner, but he was short of the marker. So it's 4th down.
What Iowa is doing is on passing situations. Mackovic likes that ball control, short passing game. Iowa is going man-to-man short with 2 deep safeties to protect against the big play, and it's stopping the Illinois offense at this point.
And they do have Verduzco jittery. Here's the punt. And Tilla backs up inside the 20, takes it at the 18, and has a crack. And comes back to the 33, where he's taken down. It's a 39-yard punt, a 15-yard return, and Iowa romping right now, 21-0. It'll be Iowa's football, first down at their own 33-yard line, leading 21-0 as we start the second quarter of play. And the story of this ball game to this point has been the Iowa offensive line. They have just whipped the defensive front of Illinois and given Nick Bell the opportunity to have a huge first quarter. Matt Rogers, sideline pattern. Pass is good. Gain is about 8 yards to Sean Smith.
Take a look at the statistics first quarter. First down, 7 for Iowa. Illinois with only 1 rushing yards, big in favor of Iowa. They're doing it all on the ground. The 1 turnover cost Illinois and really set the tempo of the game on the first drive.
Second down and 2. Second man, Stewart. Big play, 45-yard line, Illinois, first down, Hawkeyes. Let me ask you a question about Rogers. Looks like he sort of slings the ball. Is that right, in your view?
The play before that, he could because he had plenty of time to throw it.
Some guys just kind of snap it. He's kind of a slinger.
Well, that was a quick out, and he could afford to take some time. But watching him in pregame, he throws it, snaps it when he needs to.
A snapping offense right now for the Iowa Hawkeyes. There's a hard lick laid on Stewart as Tony gets up inside the 45.
Jerry Hamner, 25.
You mentioned Stewart coming back from a knee injury 2 years ago. He gained 1,000 yards in 1988, but at the end of the year, he hurt his knee. Came back last year and really wasn't 100%. He's only about 300 yards shy of the all-time rushing lead at the University of Iowa.
Second down and 7. Roger takes off. Got his first down. He reached the 34-yard line, and that's enough before Henry Jones brings him out of bounds. Hayden said yesterday that one of the things that has helped their season, they haven't had one single surgery this year.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of people hurt in recent years.
And he attributes a lot of that to the fact that they went to the grass field over at Kinnick Stadium. They had a lot of surgeries a few years back, but everybody is healthy.
Ball is on the Illinois 34, and the Hawkeyes are marching again, leading 21-0. This is Stewart. Oh, that's a pretty cute move. And if number 98, Pulaski, doesn't get him by the shoe top, he may have gone to the corner.
Illinois, just a lot of missed tackles.
The Hawkeyes are averaging so far in this ball game 8 yards per play.
Yeah. And look at this coming in. Iowa offensively led the Big Ten in total offense and scoring offense, scoring against the Illinois defense, which led in total defense and scoring defense. And to say the least, Iowa is having the better half of it in the first quarter.
At the Illinois 22. Stewart. Oh, left side. Number 99 was the man that made the play. That's John Wachter. And again, there was a great big hole, and he was just a shoe top away from really taking off.
Well, one of the matchups in the trenches, Mo Gardner gets double teamed. That's Miller, number 69, doing a good job. Impressed with the offensive line, Keith. As you take a look at Lou Tepper on the left, the defensive coordinator for Illinois.
Bell. And the big man plows inside the 10. It's first and goal for Iowa. Number 22 for Iowa, Sean Smith, and Henry Jones carrying on a little bit down there, but the officials handled it very well.
You know, Illinois defensively came into this game allowing only one touchdown in its last 49 possessions. Iowa comes in and scores on their first 3 possessions.
Nick Bell has 139 yards already. And he's got the ball. Tries to bounce it outside, shut out there. And will come back into the middle and get one. And I saw something flying around, but it's a mouthpiece, not a flag. Boy, that mouthpiece came from number 3, Dana Hughes, and he must have taken a pretty good lick for his mouthpiece to go flying 15 yards. Second down and goal from the 7. Bell is the single back. This has got pass all over it. Nope, they run that delay to Bell. And he butts head right in the middle.
Ball carrier, Nick Bell.
And a penalty flag goes down as Bell gets to at least the 3, maybe the 2. Umpire threw that flag. Face mask. Illinois. Ain't nothing going good for the Illini right now.
There's a face mask right there. 58 is Bryce. Illinois leads the Big Ten in penalties. And nothing is going right for the Illini as you take a look at Romero Bryce.
Romero had him run over him once. He wasn't going to let him do it again. Face mask or no.
Inadvertent face mask on the defense. Still second down.
And the ball is just inside the 2 on second down and goal. A yard and a half away from what Hayden would call Hallelujah Land. Leading 21-0 and just starting the second quarter.
Second down and goal. Ball at the Illinois 1-yard line.
Illini's goal line defense. Big people check in. Handoff goes to number 33, Marvin Lampkin. And they tried to cross him up and give him to Lampkin because the Illini had not seen him. And boy,
he got stuck.
Did he ever?
Lampkin, as you mentioned, just came in. Watch this hit. I mean, Bell's been running over the linebackers, the defensive back. Lampkin, he comes in and says, hey, I thought it was supposed to be we run over you.
Yeah, linebackers see that 195-pounder coming. He looks like a little guy. It's Bell. Touchdown, Iowa. .10:09 to go in the first half, and they run the option with the big man sticking in the end zone.
Option to your left. The big man just toss it out. 2 guys are going to tackle him, hit him, attempt to tackle him, and he's fallen into the end zone for the 4th touchdown in 4 possessions.
Kill it for the point. Good. The leaves are falling from the trees. Iowa 28, Illinois nothing.
When it's your business, you do what you have to do. For example, if a customer needs something in a hurry and you have to unload the truck yourself, you do it. That's what an owner does for a customer. That's why I rent cars from Avis.
Avis is the only major rent-a-car company owned by its employees, and they're trying harder with Roving Rapid Return, a computerized drop-off system now at more locations than ever to get you on your way faster.
They say that you can't please everybody. I say an owner's sure gonna try.
Avis, we're trying harder than ever.
Last year, more truck owners switched to Chevrolet than to any other truck.
Listen to the heartbeat.
Nearly 200,000 in just 1 year. So if you're still not driving a Chevy, what are you waiting for? More people are winning with
The heartbeat of America. Today's truck is Chevrolet.
This lady came in the other day. Some station downtown told her she needed new brakes and said it'd take 4 days. But you know, she only has the one car, and she had to get to work, and missing one night of TV wasn't going to hurt me. So I told her, sure, I'd stay and get it done.
Good service is why people choose a place like Harlan Motors, and why places like Harlan Motors choose USF&G Insurance and their independent agents.
USF&G standing behind me.
The 5th-ranked Fighting Illini of Illinois invade Ann Arbor for a Big Ten battle with Michigan. It's game 1 of a college football doubleheader next Saturday on ABC Sports.
John Mackovic, though apparently composed and in control of things, has to be stunned by what's happened here.
Well, he has to convince his troops, who must be down, that we still have a chance to win. I mean, offensively, all you can do is score one touchdown at a time. You go out on the field, you take it down. There's plenty of time in the ball game. The thing that he has got to convince his offensive players is that the defense will somehow start stopping Iowa offensively, and they have not been close to that in the first quarter of this ball game.
The deep people are Lynch and Boyer.
Number 11, Jeff Skillett.
Skillett kicking now into the light breeze. It's probably 10, 12, 14 miles an hour at the most. Low line drive. 5-yard line. Lynch finally gets to run with it. Gets it back to the 30 or close to it. And here's Jack.
Keith, the Illini have a unique seating arrangement on their sidelines. They take their defensive unit, they've got their chairs in a V, but it doesn't face the field, it faces the stands. Now, normally they'd get their important instructions, and then they turn around, except for Mo Gardner, and look at what's happening. But these guys are so worn out, they're just sitting here waiting for the next call out onto the field.
They'd like to take a quarter off.
They've been out there the majority of the time.
Right. From the ball at the 29-yard line, first down for Illinois. Interesting to see how Verduzco handled this series now. They had him scuffling around a while ago as a little drop-off to Griffith. And Howard Griffith, who had been complaining to John Mackovic during the week past, I don't know if it's complaining or not, but he was wondering how come he wasn't catching very many passes anymore. And suddenly he gets one here. That's what, 95, I think it is, for his career.
96. Here's what Illinois has done with their first 4 possessions. 2 plays and a fumble, 3 plays and a lost yardage, and then 4 plays on their last drive. You've got to keep the ball a little longer than that, even if you don't score.
First down from the 45. Verduzco again throws underneath in the coverage, works the pass for about 4 yards. Sean Wax caught it. So Wax, when he gimped off the field a few plays ago, will shake it off and come back.
Pick up the 4.
Illinois came into today averaging 28 points a game, so they can put the points on the board. The defense needs to stop the Hawkeyes.
Second down and 6. Griffith is back in. Ball is on the 49 of Illinois. They get Verduzco wiggling around. He throws it away. Mike Wells, who's in at nose guard right now, kept the pressure on, and then finally Jeff Nelson broke loose, number 93 there, and he helped put some heat on. From Stillwater, Minnesota.
Mackovic is not used to many of these types of ball games. Since he came to Iowa 2.5 years ago, he is 16-3-1 in Big Ten competition.
3rd and 6. Bell alone remaining back. Here is a pass play. Verduzco has a good look, finds somebody. First down, Illinois, Iowa 41. Stephen Mueller, sophomore from Valparaiso, Indiana.
Mueller is only 5'9", and of course, Verduzco being that same size, they're kind of on the same plane. 6 different receivers already here today for Verduzco. That's not uncommon for Illinois.
Griffith. Now Lester. the backfield, and Lester now with a little more confidence handling the ball on that deep pitch. It's a terrible feeling when you come out on the first snap of the ball game. The quarterback pitches the ball. It's like a greased pig. You can't get a hold of the blame thing, and you see it bouncing 3 yards in front of you, and you can't get to it. And that's what happened to Wagner.
That's right. Well, Illinois has been a notorious slow starter all year long, as you saw from that last graphic.
They got themselves in a hole and a half today. 2nd down and 7. Pressure. Great play by number 66, Melvin Foster.
Foster, 66. They don't blitz a lot, but they do it some. Well coordinated, slipping right through Simpson, number 69, and Pepper, 73. And Verduzco, surprised, doesn't even have time to get rid of it.
And this is a guy that should be on the Butkus list. He's got a big season. 49-yard line. Loss is 8 yards, 3rd down. 18. Pass is good to Wax. Sean Wax at 6'4", 190, a great leaper. Went up and hauled it down. And now he's squawking his mouth as running back there over the spot.
Yeah, that's Polly, 29. The double zone, he comes up, tries to get on the second man. That's Cook, 18. His height allows him to make the catch. And it looks like, I don't know, he fell backward.
Yeah, can't tell from that
just
spot.
Short of the first down.
Well, Illinois has got to go for it at this point in the game. The ball is, nose of it is just at the hash mark at the 31. It's 4th down and about a foot. Griffith gets outside. I don't know. That is not the kind of a play that you want to run when you need 6 inches.
No.
But it worked.
Well, I think the problem was for Griffith was that the defense had stacked it up inside, and he just stretched it wide. That was a big play for Illinois to keep possession of the ball.
The first down is good at the 20. Illinois now with 6 yards rushing. Iowa 204. Verduzco's pass to the corner. Touchdown, Sean Wax. And you know what? That got the Illinois defensive people off the bench.
For sure. Here's Wax. He's going to release inside and just run what we used to call an old corner pattern to the outside of the end zone. Releases inside the corner, the top of the screen. Excellent throw by Verduzco. Threw it on time and a good catch.
Wax 4 catches now for 50 yards and that touchdown. Higgins is in for the point. And Doug makes it. 6:10 to go in the first half. And Illinois is on the board, finally. 28-7, Iowa.
Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you.
Not long ago, Honda and Toyota were known for the highest mileage. But today, there's Geo, the most fuel-efficient line of cars and trucks in America. Get to know Geo at your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Getting to know
Mark and Rennie and little Lindsay are a young family just starting out. They don't have a lot of money for life insurance. I'm their State Farm agent, Gaylord Moosman. Instead of giving Mark and Rennie a big life insurance sales talk, I did a lot of listening. And we came up with a plan that's going to work for their budget and little Lindsay's future, too. State Farm agents are good listeners because we want you to have life insurance you can live with.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Keep in mind that Iowa's next game is Ohio State in Iowa City. And the Bumblebees are back, folks. I want to tell you they're back. The next game for Illinois is Michigan at Ann Arbor.
And they have not been too successful up there.
Sir. But the next test in this ball game comes right here now. The Illinois defense has got to stop the Hawkeyes. If Iowa comes down this field and scores this time, I mean, sell the barn, Mama. It's time to move to the city.
That was a big drive for Wax and Verduzco and Illinois to get some points. Now our offense is working. Now can our defense work?
High hanger at the 3-yard line for Danon Hughes. Danon sort of searches his way around and gets up to about the 20-yard line. Monday night on ABC Sports, Phil Simms and the New York Giants, who look like money in the bank in the NFL right now, the way they've been playing, roll into the Dome in Indianapolis. And poor Indianapolis coach brought out a quarterback. I guess Jeff George is going to try to play this.
Yeah, I think he's here today, as a matter of fact. And,
they really, of all the teams in the NFL that needed a day off, the coach really needed it.
Tough to win in that league with a rookie quarterback. And, George Young on the other side, what a great job he's done with the Giants.
That's Monday night, 9 Eastern Time, ABC Sports. All right, here's the big test for the Illinois defense right here. They tell you what's liable to happen or what can happen the rest of the way this afternoon. Matt Rogers gives that ball to Stewart. Tony Stewart gets 3 yards. Now, do you see Illinois doing anything different defensively? Or are they getting to the point where they're willing to gamble, bring the corners up, or they're sending a safety? Have they changed Mo Gardner? Have they moved him? Sometimes they're moving.
Sometimes when you're that good, you don't want to do it. Look at Iowa offensively, what they've done this year versus last year. Last year, only 49 yards on the ground the entire game. Today, already 206 yards in a little over a quarter and a half.
2nd and 7, Rogers, pass to the sideline. Smith is open again. Smith has been open twice on that play.
Matt Rogers completes the pass to number 22, John Smith.
One of the officials took a tumble. Took him up.
Flag on the play.
I don't know, but what, somebody didn't run into him, or somebody hit him, or run into it?
I didn't see it. He looked like he's wiping his forehead as if to check for blood.
Sean Smith out of bounds was number 18, Henry Jones. Flag on the play.
Do we have a tape of that? I didn't see anything happen to the official. All I did was see him fall. All right, let's see. One of the players backed into him, huh? There's Saunders. Oh, I see you got an Illinois man who pushes an Iowa man into the official, and he knocks him down.
Yeah, they were down there talking trash a little bit. And, well, this Illinois can't afford this.
Dead ball, personal foul on the defense. First down.
It is much too early in the game to be frustrated enough to give away 15 yards like that.
Especially at this juncture when defensively, I'm sure they're really just ticked off with the way they play. Illinois is the top defense in the Big Ten. They have a history this year of starting very slowly in the first quarter. In fact, I think 9 of their 11 touchdowns they've given up coming in were scored in the first half.
That puts the ball at the 47-yard line for Iowa, where it's first down. And a timeout. 5:18 to go in the first half, and John Mackovic, his loose heifer, has got to work hard now to keep their troops from coming unraveled.
So your little brother's joining us, huh?
He's not so little anymore.
All right, now let's move it!
He's what, 19?
Weight setting, 540, F-14.
Jeff's landing planes?
4-gear lens set.
No. $40 million jets.
Today's Navy. High-tech training that takes you only one way. Full speed ahead.
Primary's off.
Good job, Dad.
U.S. Navy.
Jeff,
think. He's not so little anymore.
The world's first dynamo was invented by Werner Siemens in 1866. It began the revolution that brought electricity to everyone. That was then. This is now. The generation, distribution, and control of energy are at the heart of Siemens today, where you work, live, and play. And with 35,000 people at work nationwide, Siemens is leading the way into the next century. Siemens, precision thinking.
Jim Fox.
It's time. Pipe bell.
Isn't it a shame, owners of cars and trucks seeing them quit before their time?
You're out back.
Maybe the owners don't know about AC Delco, a full line of auto parts designed with proper maintenance to help your car or truck last.
Nick Bickner.
What if everybody knew?
Nick.
Debbie? Huh?
AC Delco.
Where is everybody?
It's like buying time.
Scoring summary, this is how it's happened. Saunders, 5-yard reception that came off an Illinois fumble early in the first quarter, 7-0 Hawkeyes. Iowa 14-0 when Danon Hughes caught a 3-yard pass in the back of the end zone from Stewart, the tailback. Iowa 21-0 as Nick Bell blew in from 25 yards. Boy, he had a huge first quarter, over 100 yards. Bell got a second touchdown with that run to make it 28-0. The Illini came back with Wax catching one from 20 yards to make it 28-7. That's where we are right now. Iowa first down at their own 47-yard line. Matt Rogers got a man. Pass is caught by Hughes, and Danon Hughes is out of bounds at the 20. Henry Jones was the man who got involved in the shoving over there a little while ago with Saunders, got himself a 15-yard personal foul penalty, and he just got burned there.
This is just good coaching on the part of Hayden Fry. First down, play action pass, left hash mark. They run the man in motion, send the outside man deep, and the inside man Hughes cuts underneath him. Just good play calling and good execution.
This is Stewart. Has about 4 yards on the carry. Bill Hinkle, the tackle for the Illini. (28-7). If somebody had said that to you yesterday, you'd looked at him funny.
Well, you said Illinois was up.
Yep. Second down, 6. From the 16. Stewart again. He's out of bounds at the 15 by Henry Jones. Jackaroo.
Even a former Illini player that's not too happy is Jeff George. It's not going the way you'd hoped it would.
Well, it's not. That best score right there, hopefully he'll turn it around, give the offense a little confidence, and hopefully our defense come out and play well, and we can turn it around.
All right, Monday night, back at the Hoosier Dome. How are your team going to stop Lawrence Taylor from getting to you?
Well, you know, he's a great player, and it's going to be a great challenge for us, but hopefully we can come out and play well and turn things around.
Keith, you want to see the difference in size? There's Jeff, and I'm the same size as Jason Verdursko.
Is Jeff going to play? Third down and 5.
Can he play defense?
Rogers, pressure coming from the backside. Rogers turns in, no place to go. Field goal team will head onto the field. That play, as much as any, made by number 19, Mike Hopkins, the strong safety. Tomorrow on ABC Sports, the great Greta Weitz joins the top runners in the world as she comes to enjoy, as she said, a marathon. If she should win it, it would be an unprecedented 10th time. Largest field ever, over 25,000. Live coverage on ABC Sports, 10:30 Eastern Time tomorrow. Greta Weitz, and I know that's right because I've been living with the Norwegian lady for now the 40 years. Into the end zone. Touchdown. The Hawkeyes have rung another one as Matt Whitaker, the tight end, slips in and takes it from Hartlieb, the holder. So Hayden Fry goes to the gimmick.
He's a man that has been known for trick plays throughout his career.
Jim Hartlieb, the younger brother of Chuck, who quarterbacked the Hawkeyes.
Right here, watch the side. The man, the tight end on the right side. Going to slide out. He's been known for surprises throughout his career.
Now Skillett does get to kick it, knocks it straight through the upright. And the noise gets a much lower sound, settling to a rumble-grumble right now as the Hawkeyes again lead by 22. That number 46 is the happiest man in this whole region, because the last thing in his mind, probably, at Whitaker, was that he would have a chance to catch a touchdown pass. There it was. All right, the Illini go to work just beyond the 25, and Verduzco throws. Pass is caught by Wagner Lester, and he goes out of bounds, killing the clock after a 9-yard pickup. Incidentally, before we go to halftime at 3:24 to go, this Hawkeye business, in case you don't know what Hawkeye is, James Fenimore Cooper is responsible for the word Hawkeye because it was applied to the white hunter of the Delaware Indians in The Last of the Mohicans novel. And it was moved out after the book was published. The people of Iowa Territory then adopted it. Burlington newspaper published it. And eventually the Iowa football team became the Hawkeyes. They're trying to set up a little screen here for Lester. And that play is spoiled quickly, and the man who did it was Gary Clark, number 19 for the Hawkeyes. So Herky, the mascot, came along in 1948. So this Hawkeye ain't no bird. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Verduzco's pass, good arm shown there. Pass complete to Howard Griffith, and it's good for a first down out at the 44-yard line of Illinois. Time remaining in the first half, 2:56. This 5'9" quarterback, sophomore from California, trying to drag the Illini up a big hill. Handed off inside to Howard Griffith. And he'll move it up to the 48-yard line. That's a pickup of 4 yards. And 2:40 to play in the first half. At halftime, Roger Clavel will have all the scores and highlights around the country. Beth Ruach talks about the bowl selection process featuring the Louisville Cardinals. My old friend Howard Schnellenberger, who's done a tremendous job at Louisville. Down for the first down at the Iowa 35-yard line, Howard Griffith. When the going gets rough, you start looking around for the guy that's helped you through the seasons. Yep. And in Illinois' case, the last 3 seasons, it comes out number 29, Howard Griffith. Call it the 36. First down. Shotgun. Verduzco. Got a man wide open, Sean Wax. And Wax is inside the 15 to the 12 before Merton Hanks can wrestle him down.
Well, single coverage in the secondary as Iowa continues to try to blitz to put pressure. Hanks has nobody inside to help him. I think that's one of the reasons why they let that blitzing happen, because they feel like Hanks can cover anybody in the Big Ten.
First down, Illinois at the Iowa 12. 2:10 to play first half. Verduzco's got a sore knee left over from the Michigan State game. And under pressure, tries to get it to Mueller. And Eddie Polly has the coverage, number 27.
Polly looks like he may be shooken up a little bit.
Going out.
You're right about Verduzco's knee, Keith. He was banged up 2 weeks ago against Michigan State. Didn't practice after that. Played last week and didn't play very well.
Melvin Foster is out. They go to the nickel back. This is Lester carrying the ball. Wagner Lester is inside the 10 to about the 9. And you got a timeout now as Verduzco heads for the sideline. Illinois is in the posture of opportunity here. And they don't want to mess around here and waste this opportunity with 1:56 to go and trailing 35-7. Here, the University of...
Look at Hayden Fry as he's talking to his defensive troops. His coordinator is Bill Brazier, who has been with Fry for 18 years. In fact, they grew up in the same town back in Texas together, went to grade school together, been lifelong friends. And Hayden was saying yesterday says I just let him go. I turn it over to him. I tell him what I want, and he does it. Hayden has certainly pushed the right button today.
Ted Gill is the man who coached the offensive line. He's the first-year man there, and he was the one that brought that change in philosophy, too, which helped everything.
Well, Hayden says, hey, I'm not above getting some new, fresh blood in here, new ideas.
This is WXYZ-TV, Channel 7, Detroit.
Inside the 10, Verduzco's pass. No. Got to get a flag. Got to be interference, and it is. It's called against Pollard. And he reached too soon against Mueller. Mueller had him on his hip. Eddie knew it, and he reached too soon.
Watch the linebackers as they blitz. It's going to create a one-on-one situation in the end zone. Iowa continues to come after Verduzco, committing man-to-man coverage in the secondary. You know, I like that style of play, Keith. If you've got the people in the secondary to cover, go ahead and blitz your linebacker.
In the end zone, half the distance, automatic first.
Of course, with a big lead like Fry has, it's a lot easier to do that.
You bet. The big thing here is that brings automatic first with it. So now Illinois gets 4 more snaps from the 3. That's Finke, the tight end, in motion. And whistle stop him. That's no play. Jittery, nerves, pressure.
Well, it took a long time to get the play off.
Dead ball. False start on the offense.
Whenever it takes a long time, the first thing you think is the quarterback is checking a different play at the line of scrimmage. But anytime you hold those linemen, especially inside the 2 or 3 yard line, you're likely to get something like that. They're very jumpy down inside the 5.
Finke, knocked down, penalty flag. Got to move it back down. So he was looking for Finke. John Derby ran over him and knocked him down, and that's against Iowa.
Number 87 is Finke, the tight end.
He just grabbed him with his shirt and took him down.
That's a takedown for Derby.
Well, Iowa has a great wrestling program with Dan Gable. Once again, it's 1st and goal inside, right about, let's say, the 2 yard line. Verduzco throws, touchdown, Lester. Well, now, if the Illinois defense had been able to do its job the last time and you'd gone to the locker room 28-14, you'd have had a little more hope.
That's right. But that'll give them some hope.
Doug Higgins to the point. Verduzco on that drive, 6 of 7 for 60 yards and a touchdown, and Higgins' point try is good. So you've got 1:43 to play in the half, and you lead now 35-14.
And that drive for Illinois was important because after Iowa had the trick play on the fake field goal, they went in to score. That was a big play by Illinois coming back and getting some points before halftime. The motion man right here is going to attract all the attention. That's the window dressing. Here's the man that's going to get the ball. He's going to slide out here. The play action, the man that should be covered is out here. He's going to be coming up on the play action fake. Good call, well designed, and good executed. That's Wise, 15. There's still some life. Illinois still has some hope. Mackovic can go in and say, we're still in it. We just need to stop Iowa. Iowa's had 5 possessions and has scored 5 touchdowns.
That's kind of scary.
You know, Illinois going in at halftime, they'll say, what do they know about us? I mean, are we doing something wrong? We've tried everything, and they're still scoring on us.
This is Antilla. He'll put it down in the end zone. I'm going to mess with it. He'll take it out of the 20. Well, I'll tell you one thing that'll happen in the Illinois dressing room. There will be a whole lot more respect for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I'll tell you what, it'll be awful quiet in there, too. Mackovic has got to pump these guys up and convince them that they can come back out and win. The toughest job will be the defense. Normally, an outstanding outfit. In fact, they've only given up 2 touchdowns in the second half all year long. They've been very tough in the second half, and I'm sure Mackovic will preach on the fact that the defense has played well in the second half. They're going to have to if Illinois is going to hope to win this game.
First down from the 20. Bell has it, and Bell has taken down Derek Brownlow. Did it for Illinois. Bell was sort of circling the wagons there for a moment, looking to see where the hole was, and Brownlow just jumped him.
And Illinois is going to call timeout. There's a minute 32 left. If they can hold them and force a punt, Mackovic feels like, well, maybe we can get a chance at least a field goal before we go back in.
They would have the wind at their back, and Illinois has 1 timeout remaining.
Take a look at what Iowa has done in the first half. If you were in a dream, Fry had a dream, it would look something like this chart.
You mean a good dream?
A good dream. I dreamt good things, good thoughts. Nightmares on this side.
Lord, mercy. John had a dream like that. He might not have come to the ball yard today. But it's 35-14. And there's 31 minutes and 32 seconds left. Stewart. And Tony Stewart runs out to about the 24, where it'll be 3rd down and 6. And now the Illini spends their last timeout, stopping the clock at 1:22. So they've kind of got him where they wanted him. They got him 3rd and long. Derek Brownlow walking to the sidelines to talk to Lou Tepper about the defensive set they want here. And we'll see what happens on 3rd and long. Next Saturday, ABC's college football offers a Big Ten matchup with these same Illini going to Ann Arbor to play the Michigan Wolverines. Now that starts at 12 noon Eastern time. Then at 3:30 or following, 7th-ranked Washington Huskies take on the UCLA Bruins as they look at their chase to the Rose Bowl. And UCLA is up at Eugene, Oregon today, and doing all right. They're leading in that ball game, and the Huskies are blowing away Arizona. And those Washington Huskies may just very well be as good as anybody in this whole country.
Been an topsy-turvy year. Anybody that's been up on top has been knocked off. There's been 4 or 5 different ones, and Virginia up there today has their hands full, 35 apiece. Yeah, with Georgia Tech.
24-yard line, 3rd down and 6 for Iowa. Matt Rogers misses his man, Stewart. Rogers trying to snap the ball to Stewart, who was out in front, couldn't hit him. And so this little skirmish here goes to Illinois.
Well, Makovic defensively normally is zones and don't give up big plays. That time, everybody near the line of scrimmage blitzing. They needed to force an incompletion to get the ball back.
Isaac is in the punt now for Iowa. Illinois almost jumped, got back. Kick is away, good tight spin on it, and a fair catch is called back up at the 41-yard line by Stephen Mueller. There's a very good coverage downfield, a 35-yard punt into the wind. The crowd comes up now at 1:13 to go in the first half. Illinois' ball, and they mark it out at the 42. First down. No timeouts, however, to work with. They may try to go quick here, go without a huddle, because they've had plenty of time to work out a whole series of plays in this possession. So the precious thing here is time. Verduzco's pass is slapped away by Melvin Foster. It was intended, looked like Wagner Lester out of the backfield. Griffith is out. Bell is in the backfield for Illinois. And it's 2nd down and 10. There's Ted Gill, the man we were talking about a while ago, the new line coach, defensive line coach.
For Iowa, and brought some new ideas over. And Fry said, hey, it's fresh blood, new ideas. I like it.
Hey, one thing, you don't sass him much either. Verduzco gets it away and avoids the sack.
Jason Verduzco's pass incomplete.
Good defensive coverage in the Iowa secondary. So it's 3rd and 10. Time remaining, 1:02. Illinois has got to pick up at least 2 first downs. We give Higgins a shot at it. Verduzco misses Mueller. Where's Wax? Where is he in this whole scheme of things?
Burton Hank, defensive corner, covering him man for man.
He's the leaper. He's the tall man, and the ball wasn't even thrown to him.
Iowa defensively had 2 deep safeties to protect against anything long, and 5 short man-to-man, trailing the 5 receivers.
So at 58 seconds, 3 incomplete passes. Iowa will get the ball back. They get a little pressure on Corey Wells, but he gets the kick out of there. And this is Antilla. And he's down at the 13-yard line. And a whole lot of running around, but not much whoopee in that exchange. 43-yard punt, -2 in the return. And the Hawkeyes will snap it with 45 seconds to play in the first half and a 35-14 lead. I don't think anybody will be terribly surprised that Iowa could come out of here with a victory. But if it's the dominance of Iowa here in this first half that is so startling.
And it's the offensive line and the play calling by Hayden Fry that has done it.
Stewart is the tailback. Bell was the overwhelming personality in the first quarter for Iowa. In the second quarter in the main, it has been Tony Stewart doing the work at tailback. I don't know if Bell is dinged up or not. Doesn't seem to be. He wore out a pair of shoes in the first quarter, didn't he? At 104 yards. Clock is running, and Iowa's perfectly happy to have it run out, so they'll just go to the clubhouse where they are. At halftime in Champaign, it is 35 Iowa, 14 Illinois. One of the startling developments of this November Saturday. You're in the catbird seat. If you're a member of the Fighting Illini Legions, then you're hopeful that you can win this half 22-0. We will see. Iowa will have the ball. Damon Hughes and Jeff Antilla back to receive the kick of Corey Wells. Wells, the punter, does the kicking off. The second half is on. There will be a return by Antilla. Not a particularly good one, because he was looking for a crack up field and one never opened, and in his search he is taken down at the 18-yard line. Here's Jack Root.
Keith, not surprising a disparity between the two locker rooms, especially with the score the way it is. Coach John Makovic told his players they've got to turn it up, a little bit more intensity, and create some turnovers. He's looking for turnovers. Meanwhile, over at the Iowa Hawkeye locker room, all the Coach Hayden Fried said was we've got to keep playing as hard and loose as we have in the first quarter. He thinks it still will be determined in the fourth quarter.
It's not a time to get conservative. Nick Bell is back in there at tailback after Tony Stewart did most of the work in the second quarter. Bell, the big man, trying to get around the corner, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Illinois players to bring him down. I am sure that Lou Tepper went to great lengths to make that point.
First half leaders for Iowa. Rogers was only 5 of 7. He didn't have to throw a lot because Bell rushed for 145 and Stewart 64. The receiving leaders were not that great. The Illinois, Brownlow led with 11 tackles.
Bell again. Tripped up. Coming up on the corner, number 25, Jerry Hamner. Got him, just tipped him by the ankle as he went by, and it takes him down after about a 2-yard pickup.
So look at the halftime statistics. The total plays in favor of Iowa. Total yardage, 294 to 178, and 219 of that yardage was on the ground for Iowa.
3rd and 6. Matt Rogers gets the pass away. The pass is caught. Caught by Michael Titley, his first reception of the day. And the big tight end from Brooklyn, New York, makes a big play for Iowa. First down, 35-yard line.
The safety, Primus, Marvin Primus, is going to be on the coverage. You saw the lineman free, but that time Rogers gets away with it. And a big first down. Illinois had hoped to come out, shut them down, and get back to offense, but not the case as Titley made the play.
Bell into the middle. As Bell crossed the line of scrimmage, he butted heads with Derek Brownlow, and you could hear it in Springfield. Gain 2 yards.
There's the battle in the pits. Mo Gardner is wheeled out of there, but you know, a lot of times he spins out and gets right into the thick of things.
You saw that collision between Bell and Brownlow, and it was Brownlow who was knocked back. Matt Rogers on 2nd down and 8. Gets the heat, down he goes. He'll get a yard on the play. Mo Gardner and Mel Agee.
Gardner double-teamed initially, gets around it, and then is buried into the ground. Now, when two guys go after him, there must be somebody else free. Gardner gets up and still makes a play on it. Outstanding play by Gardner. Normally, when you double-team him, you leave somebody else open to make the play.
3rd and 7. Rogers pass complete, first down. Bell got it coming out of the backfield, and the ball goes down to the Illinois 43-yard line.
First and 10, Iowa.
Big first down again. Rogers 2 consecutive third down throws.
Each one for a first down, and each one thrown into good coverage.
Let's go! Let's go!
Double wide now for Iowa, bottom of the television picture. First down. Back to Bell. Bell up the middle, runs over one. That was Jerry Hamner he ran over. Jerry gets up and says, "Why, what the hell am I?" He's just big, that's all.
He's big. He's 6'3". We said he's 255, but he's not an easy tackle. He gets down low with the tackler and gives you a shoulder. The first guy is not going to bring him down. He's a good receiver, too, Keith. A couple of years ago, when he was a sophomore, he caught 13 passes in one ball game.
It's first down, Iowa. The ball now rests at the Illinois 32-yard line. Ball is handed off to number 23, Kuyawa. And the sophomore from Cudahy, Wisconsin, got almost 10 yards on that carry. In fact, may have.
Second half, Illinois defensively has been pretty good this year. In fact, been very good.
But in this possession now, even though Rogers has gone to the pass successfully, the offensive front of Iowa is still knocking Illinois off the ball.
That's for sure. You know, so often the first drive of the third quarter, I think especially this one, because Illinois defensively looks so poor.
Absolutely the most important time, I think, in a ball game.
Not only physically in stopping them is it important, but mentally and for the spirit.
Yep.
And that man knows it.
First down, 21-yard line of Illinois. Iowa leading 35-14. Bell. Down he goes. That's a good play by Streeter. Sean Streeter, number 92. Jack?
Keith, it's hard to believe that at 6'3", 255 pounds, Nick Bell, the running back, would be an art major. You know, he told me before the game that he started out working at charcoals, but now he feels that he's graduated up to abstract art.
I wouldn't think a guy that's that big, was a heavyweight wrestling champion, would be very articulate, very soft-spoken, and an art major.
Why not?
He's just supposed to be, he was a defensive lineman in high school. Come on, these guys are supposed to be.
That's Kuyawa. Picking up a couple of yards. I'll tell you one thing, it wouldn't be anybody, smart Alex giving him any noise.
No, that's
he walked down the street with his pallet.
That's for sure.
Third down and 7 coming up right here. You got Hughes back into the ball game. Smith and Titley check back into the ball game. Third and 7 inside the 20 of Illinois. Matt Rogers gets it away into the corner. Touchdown, Damon Hughes.
It's the same play they ran earlier in the ball game. Here's Hughes. He's been in motion. He's going to go up and then out to the outside behind this man right here. It's the exact same play, run to the left this time instead of to the right. Top of your screen, Hughes gets in behind the short coverage. And a perfect throw. It's like you draw it up.
Skillett for the point. At 9:12 to go in the third quarter. Missed it.
Kick is no good.
My goodness. We don't see that often anymore.
9:12 remaining in the third
So it's
period.
now 41-14. Iowa. Berkshire time to uncork. Well, Coach is letting them have a little levity here. They won't go on too long. There'll be somebody over there the size 11 and a half to solve that. The way things are going, why not? 41-14. Very, very, very impressive. That's at the 9-yard line. Clinton Lynch, freshman from Youngstown, Ohio. Back across the 35 to the 36.
Both teams coming in had been notoriously slow starters. Illinois not scoring in the first quarter, but Iowa scoring on their first 5 possessions. The second half has belonged to Illinois before today. It remains to be seen what happens.
Well, they're definitely in a position where they've got to throw, and number 54, Rod Davis, came storming down the middle of the highway. And he hit the Illinois quarterback just as Verduzco lets him. Watch Davis come boring in there.
Right in the center. That's Lovelace. He gets around with a quick move. It's amazing the pressure that Iowa is getting on the quarterback with just a 3- and 4-man rush. They are blitzing some of the time, but first down then, just 4 rushers.
Second down and 10. Comes again. And Verduzco has to unload it. That's Leroy Smith, the junior from Sicklerville, New Jersey.
Verduzco threw 21 times in the first half for 164 yards. Not much rushing, and Wax led the receivers. For Iowa defensively, Derby, the inside linebacker, had 5 tackles to lead the way.
Third and 10. No catch. Short hopped it. Jim Johnson and Moses Santos were boring in on Verduzco, forcing him to hurry the throw, and he short hopped it to the receiver. Jim Johnson is 6'3", 270 pounds, out of Forest City, Iowa. And I bet his body fat is minimal. He is a big man. Caught. Not very good. Wells gets a good bounce on it, however, is finally down back at the Iowa 37-yard line. So he hit it pretty short. 8:42 to go, third quarter, a 27-yard punt. A field goal with 6 seconds to play has led Georgia Tech past Virginia 41-38. So the Rambling Wreck spoils the undefeated season for the Cavaliers. And here, a shocker. Washington, big lead over Arizona. That's where we're going next week, to see the Huskies against UCLA, which is ahead of Oregon 17-10. Tony Stewart is the tailback now as Iowa starts from the 43-yard line, first down. And Stewart will get virtually nothing on the carry. Mel Agee and Derek Brownlow. 41-14 Iowa. Second down, 11, as Stewart lost a yard. Matt Rogers throws down the pipe, incomplete. The pass was intended for John Falloon, who has not caught a ball yet today, and he is one of the primary receivers.
Rogers has thrown sparingly, but when he has thrown, it has been for first downs or for touchdowns. when you're running the ball as well as Iowa is, you don't have to throw it.
Third and 11. Big one down the middle. Danon Hughes, he's got it down at the Illinois 32-yard line. First down, Iowa. Just a simple old post pattern.
Well, man coverage, you saw him checking off. Watch as the linebackers are going to blitz. That puts man-to-man coverage in the secondary. Rogers read it. The offensive line and the backs pick it up. Look at the pass protection. You got man-to-man coverage in the secondary. I mean, I'm impressed with the way this team, Iowa, is so well coached. I mean, everything offensively and defensively, they're making their box, they're making the right play, and defensively, I'm just very impressed with the way Hayden Fry has got this team ready to play.
Rogers back to Stewart. Stewart slants over left tackle and then turns straight upfield and takes off before Marlon Primus brings him down, and it's another Iowa first down at the Illinois 18-yard line. So the Iowa Hawkeyes are just absolutely dominating this football game. They jumped out to a 21-0 lead into the first quarter. They had 35-14 at halftime. They've scored a touchdown in the third quarter and look like they're headed for another one with 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining to play in the third period. Tony Stewart is taken down, and the outside man made that play defensively, John Wachter for Illinois. And the big story of this ball game has been the fact that the Iowa offensive front has simply whipped the Illinois defensive front.
That is so true. Wachter was injured, missed a couple of ball games as his back, but there's no question that Iowa came into the game averaging 239 yards on the ground, and they've already surpassed that here today.
One prominent member of that Iowa offensive front, however, just left the field limping. Ted Valiser, 6'4", 285, a sophomore from Green Bay, Wisconsin. That puts into the game Mike Ferroni, a sophomore from Union, New Jersey. He's a near 270. Second off. Pressure coming on Rogers. He throws it away. Romero Bryce, the outside linebacker from the boundary side, had broken loose and was coming. Now it is third down and 10 for Iowa at the Illinois 18.
Iowa has been pretty much perfect all day. They've had 7 possessions and have scored 6 times.
We're expecting rain to arrive any time. Rogers, pass good. Pass caught by Kuyawa. And Kuyawa gets to the 13, at least, maybe the 12. He's short of his first down. He had to go to the 8 to get that. So that brings up 4th down. 4th down. The Honda Scholar Athlete of the Week is John Fina, and on going for it, no, they're going to bring the field goal unit. Well, I'll tell you about the Honda Scholar Athlete in a minute. Field goal units in the ball game. Jim Hartley threw a touchdown pass from this posture earlier. This time the kick is up by Skillett, and the kick is good from 29 yards. And the score grows now to 44-14, Iowa leading Illinois. Time remaining third quarter, 5 minutes and 20 seconds. The University of Illinois, Illini Professor Emeritus John Bardeen, co-inventor of the transistor, is the only person to win the Nobel Prize in Physics twice. 1956, co-inventor of the transistor, and in 1972, the theory of superconductivity. Ball bouncing, picked up by Clinton Lynch, back on the 13-yard line, and comes out to the 25. There Illinois will go, and the question now is how much spirit can there be left? Trailing 44-14 late in the third quarter.
With 30 points down late in the third quarter, and the problem with Illinois is they haven't stopped Iowa yet. I mean, they've had what, 8 possessions and scored on 7 of them. 6 of them have been touchdowns.
That has to be the most disturbing signal of the ball.
Yeah.
25-yard line. Movement on the right side. Penalty coming up against Illinois. Cam Pepper pulled off the snap while they're walking it off. Let's check in with Roger Twybo.
Keith, this is the way it ended in Charlottesville. 2:48 to go. Georgia Tech 38, Virginia 35. Moore, the touchdown pass to Kimball, but it was called back because of an illegal procedure penalty. They opted to go for the field goal on 4th and goal. McInerney kicked it. Then Scott Sisson, 10 seconds left for Georgia Tech, a 37-yard field goal, and Tech knocks off top-ranked Virginia, 41-38. Tech scored on 5 of 6 second-half possessions.
Some game. Yeah. All right, first down and 15 for a beleaguered Illinois right here. Verduzco throws late, penalty flag. The hit was early by Polly. That's the second time today that Eddie Polly has been a fraction early, and each time has had the misfortune of having an official standing right behind him.
Yeah, you're gonna, and it was a good call, but if you want to have interference, you don't want the official standing about 5 yards away from you.
But to amplify on the point I just made about the offensive line dominating Illinois' defensive front, Iowa has run for 266 yards in this ball game with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Illinois' running game has produced only 14 yards.
Defensive pass interference, 15 yards and automatic first down.
It was early. It just doesn't look like it from that. You can see it better from the side, but you're right, Keith, about the rushing statistics. And you think back to last year, Iowa only rushed for 49 yards, and today they had that in the half of the first quarter.
First down at the 35 now, and this is Howard Griffith. And he's to the 41-yard line. Here's Jack.
Keith, we've got a couple of injuries in this third quarter. First, Ted Velliser, the offensive lineman for Iowa. He will be out for the rest of the game with a sprained left foot. But more importantly for the Illini is Mo Gardner, who's sitting here on this table. He has a badly sprained shoulder, and it's doubtful whether he will return. They've actually bandaged it and iced it. They don't think he'll be back.
Well, every game that Mo has played this year and probably last, he's been double teamed. I mean, there's been 2 big uglies up there beating on him on every play that he's been in the game. And the man is human. Sooner or later, something will give.
That is true. He has been double teamed every game he has played. And when he's not double teamed, he can handle the center. And there's no reason going ahead and putting him in now unless the game gets close. So
absolutely. 44-14. Third down, and they need 4. Verduzco has all day. And Elbert Turner is the intended receiver. The ball is knocked away by Brian Wise, the strong safety. Brian Wise, playing at Iowa, is from Tinley Park, Illinois. So he'll have some cousins giving him some noise. Ready for the punt. Wells gets it off. Antilla at the 18. Got a little hole. And then it closes right around the 30-yard line. Tonight, the ABC Saturday begins with the granting of a dying boy's wish on the young riders, followed by China Beach, Then Agent Cooper leads you on a remarkable journey through Twin Peaks. All new tonight on ABC.
You know, I got to believe, as you take a look at Mackovic, that George Perlis has got a little smile on his face looking at what Iowa is doing to Illinois, and also Gary Moeller, because the same thing happened to them on their home fields earlier, about a month ago. And now Iowa moves into Champaign and is doing the same thing, but even worse, to one of the top teams in the Big Ten.
It speaks so eloquently of Iowa, the fact that you go to East Lansing, you go to Ann Arbor, and you go to Champaign, and you win.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. Still first down.
And as Hayden told us yesterday, they went to Miami early in the season, the third game of the year, and they were in that ball game into the fourth quarter, and he said that was really what gave these players, these young players, the confidence to know, hey, we can play. We are a good football team.
And then listening to guys like Melvin Foster, the unity that they have created. So that run is by Tony Stewart. And after the 5-yard penalty, Tony brings it back to the 35, where they'll be looking at 2nd down and 5. And Stewart's got to come out. He's been dinged up a little bit. And that'll get Nick Bell back in.
We've been talking about the offensive line, Keith. Watch the left guard. That's Ferroni. He's the backup. Watch him come over and trap to this side, and watch the huge hole that's created. Ferroni coming. Look at the hole inside there that is created by the offensive line.
Stewart leaves with 88 yards on 16 carries. Bell has 21 carries and 165 yards, plus a couple right here on this carry. So 3:30 left to play in the third quarter, and Iowa very much in control as we check in with Jack.
Keith, it's almost injury report after injury report for the Fighting Illini. Now Quentin Parker has come up lame. He's taken his shoulder pads off. His left knee has begun to swell, and they've iced that down, and he's out for the day. So it's a good indication of just what the toll is when your defense is out there for as long as the Fighting Illini have been.
No question. Fatigue. Very much a part of it. Rogers gets away from Bryce, lets it go for Bell, and Bell can't get it. Trying to fight his way through the defender. Felt he was walled off illegally, but the official won't have it. Derek Brownlow was the man who had gone all the way downfield to cover the tailback.
It was a tall order for Brownlow. Brownlow is a small linebacker. He's 5'9", covering Bell 6'3", 6 inches he gave away, about 30 yards downfield.
Isaac to punt. Lofts it up there, and all that hang time forces a fair catch. Back at the 30-yard line, Stephen Mueller making the fair catch after a 33-yard hanging punt. This will bring you up to date. And basically what has happened is Iowa has scored on 7 of 9 possessions.
Really, it's 7 of 8. I mean, they had a possession right before half. They just ran the clock out. Right. It's been a dominant Iowa team here today.
Once again, Illinois to the attack. Griffith is nailed down by Melvin Foster, number 66. That's Scott Plate, number 6, getting up there. He is the brother of Todd Plate, who plays over in the University of Michigan secondary.
Same number, too. Number 6.
And he's just like his brother. He'll knock your hat off, too. 2nd down and 10. Verduzco's pass thrown underneath the coverage, and Jeff Finke just simply is taken right out of it. And look out, Lovelace is down. He is the center for Illinois, just about as good as there is, and he is down.
Yeah, and they'd be in trouble if they lose him. You know, Keith, it always seems as though the team that is getting blown away is the one that gets banged up and has all the injuries. He's a two-time academic All-Big Ten center. He's the Mackovic's coach on the field. He is very intelligent, knows what's going on. In fact, Mackovic will ask him on the sidelines, you know, what do you think will work? What plays are working and who is blocking well? And, you know, what do you think we can do?
He's also winner of numerous and sundry awards already as a center. And they will sorely miss him if he has to leave the ball. He has to leave for one play, for sure. If he should be injured and then gone for the rest of the season, it would be very difficult. What does it look like?
And he
possibly, quite likely, the most respected member of that Illinois football team by his peers.
He was our Scholar Athlete of the Week earlier in the season.
Yep. Rich Yanakakis will go in to replace him. He's number 71, a 280-pounder from Riverside, Illinois. He's a senior, a fifth-year man. Now he's got a snap shotgun coming cold off the bench. Got it off all right. Verduzco's pass is good to Elbert Turner. And he crashed into something or somebody over there on the sideline and stopped abruptly, but he's all right.
Gain of 13 yards on the play.
Pick up 13. It's good for the first down.
Verduzco back on target after throwing 8 straight incompletions.
Army won one today, and so did Kansas.
Please report to the West Information News.
Kansas State beat Iowa State. My goodness, that's a bit of a surprise. Penalty flag by the umpire. Very well, it could be a holding call coming right here. The pass was completed to Wagner Lester. Yep. So they'll back up the Illini with 1:22 to go in the third quarter, and Iowa leading 44-14. And Bob Greasy is particularly proud to have come to Champaign for a third successive year on Pork Day.
I'll tell you what, we hit them at the right time, don't we?
David Burnson informs me the top pork producing states in our nation are Iowa and Illinois.
Just knows all that trivia, doesn't he?
Carries it around with him. First down at the 35-yard line. First and 20. Verduzco on a drop is really belted. Knocked into the middle and next week by Leroy Smith. Roger Twyble.
Verduzco hit by number 8.
Thank you very much, Keith. Late third quarter, Lincoln, Nebraska. The Huskers leading 6-0. Mickey Joseph looks downfield. He finds Johnny Mitchell 46 yards on the slick field for the touchdown. They missed the two-point conversion. They lead at 12-0. And Keith, if Nebraska wins, do you make them number 1?
Of course, that's before I go to Seattle and have a look at the Huskies.
I think so. I think Nebraska has just quietly beaten everybody they've played all year.
Yep. And gotten a little better as time goes on. They didn't open very strong and didn't play anybody early in the season.
They had a lot of young players.
Verduzco finally unloads it to Wagner Lester.
Pass complete to number 36.
Not a whole lot of excitement on that play, as it was very good coverage downfield by the Iowa defensive people. And again, it feels more and more like rain is at hand. It's third down and 14 for Illinois with the ball resting at their own 41. short of the first down. He's on the Iowa side of the field at the 48-47, but he's short of the first down by pretty near 3 yards.
That's a situation where you have to go for it on 4th down. See Mackovic holding up 3 fingers, probably going to be 3 wide receivers.
Gain of 12 yards on the play. It'll be 4th and 3. Ball at the Iowa 47.
This probably the last play of the 3rd quarter. Little quick pass. He was inbound to Wax. And it is just good for the first down, and the quarter is over. 44-14 Hawkeyes. Back with more between Iowa, Illinois after this message and a word from our ABC station. I cannot explain to you the score. I'm sure John Mackovic could not explain to you the score. Hayden Fry doesn't want to try because he doesn't have to. He's on the top side of it, 44-14. But perhaps Iowa was one of the teams that not enough people had seen and didn't really understand that they were getting better and better and better and better. And Illinois right now with the football on first down, having a terrible time acquiring any real estate at all against the Iowa defense. Kurt Lovelace was taken out of the game a moment ago, Jack. What's his condition?
Well, Keith, it's not good news, at least for the rest of this game. They've examined his knee, and they've determined that at best, it's a sprained knee. They're not going to take any further look at it until after the game is concluded, but they're going to keep him out for the rest of the day. Tough break for the Illini.
So the All-American is unwrapping, and we'll watch the rest of the game from the bench. Rich Yanakakis is in at center. Jason Verduzco trying to find some kind of a touch, trying to find something to get the Illini moving again. The pass through the hands of Stephen Mueller. Numbers after 3 periods.
Look at the bottom, the time of possession. Iowa dominating because they run the ball so well, and the total yardage more than 2-1.
Third down and 8. That's a good throw. Into traffic, caught by Sean Wax. Sean was taking it down the middle. Wide receivers, wideouts don't like to do that. And he was tiptoeing along right in between 3 defenders.
Well, you're right. Here it is. He's just going to go down and run a square in. And Verduzco is going to hit him right as he comes across the center of the formation. This was open the play before, and he didn't see him. Between the linebackers, an excellent throw.
And he got out of it all right. Nobody really got a clean whack at him, did they?
That's the best kind, huh?
7 catches, 109 yards. First down, Illinois, 11-yard line of Iowa, thrown out of the end zone. Incomplete forward pass. Finke was the intended man. There, one of the problems with being 5'9", with those great big old mountains bearing down on you, trying to throw it through a tree when Jim Johnson and Ruland and Davis and those big people are. Well, Ruland's 6'5", Johnson is 6'3". Santos 6'3". Get your arms up. It's well over 7 feet.
Yep. You know, Ruland and Johnson, you talk about those 2 guys. They were in the top 5 of sacking quarterbacks last year. They're not doing as well this year. I'll talk about it in a minute.
This is Bell. And Camino Bell will take it inside the 10. And they'll be looking at third down and probably 6.
In fact, Jim Johnson, Keith, number 71, led the Big Ten in tackles for loss and in quarterbacks sacks last year. He and Ruland were tears. There's Johnson, 71. Came into the game today without a quarterback sack, but is sacrificing for the team the new defensive concept that the Hawkeyes are using.
There's your Illinois touchdown. Sean Wax cutting across, and he takes one right in the chops from Carlos James, and he's down. And I mean, James really belted him. And he was right in front of an official. So the hit must have been clean. Wax bounces up. Sean's a talker. He loves to talk. And I'll guarantee you, he ain't talking now, but he won't give an inch. He'd die before he'd lay there.
Iowa's going to blitz again. Watch him blitzing from the outside. He's just going to run a slant to the inside of the field. Iowa's done a lot of blitzing today to try and get in Verduzco's face. That was a little late.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Yeah.
The man standing right there looking at it.
Yeah.
Kick is good by Doug Higgins. 13:08 to go in a ball game, and it's 44-21 now. Iowa leading. But when you do as much talking as Sean Wax does, there might be a guy laying back there in the bushes waiting to pop you one. Into the wind now in the fourth quarter for the trailing Illini, 44-21.
Iowa has some people up there expecting an onside kick.
Don't get it. Wynn holds it up. Ball accepted by Hughes on the dead run and fumble. Covered by Illinois. First down, Illini at midfield. Romero Bryce, 58, covered it.
This is an unusually good return because they were up and expecting an onside kick. That ball is bounced out of there. The first turnover for Iowa today and their first fumble in 4 games. Iowa leads the Big Ten in turnover edge. One of the reasons why they've improved so much from this year to last.
First down, Illinois, Iowa, 49-yard line. That's remarkable. First fumble in 4 games. It really is. Verduzco out of the shotgun. He's got to throw the ball into the wind, remember. Oh, man, no chance. Rulin, 57.
For the loss. On the tackle, number 64, Mike Wells.
I think it was 88 to get back there. Mike Wells and Matt Rulin. Maria Crane, 88, got there too.
Just good coverage downfield was the main thing. He had to pull it down, hesitate a second, and the entire three-man front for Iowa was in his face.
Rulin again. So Rulin basically responsible for both those sacks.
Yeah. Well, we talked about he and Johnson, how dominant they were last year. In this new scheme, they're more to occupy the offensive linemen, let the linebackers make the tackles.
Iowa scored 6 touchdowns today. Right now, Illinois' rushing yardage, 6.
They're moving backwards.
They certainly are. Greg Engel is now playing center for Illinois. You got to plug that hole. Verduzco's pass is away and caught by Stephen Mueller, who is thrown out of bounds at the 46-yard line. That is not a first down.
Well, Keith, not only is Illinois getting blown out and embarrassed, but they're getting beaten up.
Yep.
And that is probably the most devastating of everything because they have to come back next week, play at Michigan, and finish their schedule.
At Michigan, and then they have to go play at Indiana.
This race is not over, although it looks from the way Iowa's playing that they certainly can go on and should go on and win the remainder of their games and the Big Ten title.
Ball is tipped and falls incomplete. It was 4th down, and 15, and the Iowa Hawkeyes will take over on the Illinois side of the field. It'll be first down for Iowa at the Illinois 46 with 11:17 to play. The Big Ten scores on the day. Ohio State won big. They play at Iowa next Saturday. Minnesota defeating Wisconsin. That's a future opponent for Iowa as well. Michigan State won big. So did Michigan and Penn State. There are your Big Ten standings, and we are giving, obviously, Iowa the win here in Champaign today, and Illinois the loss, making the Hawkeyes the only unbeaten team. And Illinois' remaining schedule has them playing successive road games at Michigan and Indiana, finishing with Northwestern at home. While Iowa will have Ohio State and Purdue at home and then have to play at Minnesota. And Minnesota is still in the hunt. Yes, they are. Matt Rogers lets it go. Caught at the 1 by Sean Smith.
Play action fake. Fools the free safety. 31 is sucked up. That's Donnelly. And everything is working for the Hawkeyes. Just going to run a deep post. The play action holds the safety. Jones thinks he's getting some help from Donnelly, but he's not there. Hayden Fry calling all the right numbers.
45 yards going to pick up, and it's first and goal. Quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Iowa band is not here. The Illinois band ain't about to play their fight there.
The tight ends are standing straight up. That's something that is unique to Hayden Fry's team. And he breaks the plane. And it's been a dominant day for the old quarterback from Baylor, Hayden Fry.
Did my offense, I call fetch where it itches. He figured by the middle of the first quarter he'd have it figured out where he had best run his offense today, and I think it's abundantly clear that whatever it was he decided was a pretty good choice. The 51 points posted by Iowa, the most scored on Illinois since 1986. And Michigan beat them 69-13.
Matt Rogers enjoying the thrills of success. Last year was a little bit different for him. He had a tough year, a lot of fumbles, a lot of interceptions. This year, more maturity, more patience.
And Keith, I'm with Marva Hanks, who's the wife of Merton Hanks, the outstanding Hawkeye football player, but you're an athlete in your own right, an outstanding women's basketball player for the University of Iowa.
That's right.
How tough is it to mix athletics with marriage, Marva?
It's very hard, but I think I understand a lot about the time commitment and everything, so it's pretty easy when it comes to me and Mert.
Now, does Mert come home and mouth off to you like he does to some of the players out there, or do you keep him in line?
I think I have a height advantage over that, so I don't have to worry about him mouthing off to me.
Well, I think I can't say much more than that, Keith.
Hey, I didn't know that. Next time I see Merton, I'll give him some noise, because she slapped him upside the head, wouldn't she?
That's good. There he is. He started as a freshman. He's a 4-year starter. Started every game except one. That was last year at the end of the year when Hayden Fry wanted to give some other players, the seniors, a start in the last game. 43 of 44 games. Never missed a game in high school either.
He's a good one.
Blocked 8 kicks for the Hawkeyes.
Pass is complete and will be good for a first down to Camino Bell. Brought down by John Derby. Now let's go back to something we didn't quite complete a while ago. The Honda Scholar Athlete of the Week, brought to you by American Honda, proud to support amateur athletics. This week's award goes to John Fina, a junior offensive tackle, University of Arizona. Last week's win over Washington State, he was a key man. Honda presenting a check for $2,000 to the General Scholarship Fund of the University of Arizona. And Albert Turner, number 8, walloped by Doug Book on that play, but ball comes all the way down to the 25-yard line and the first down. Incidentally, John Fina's major is psychology. His GPA is 3.23. First down for the Illini at the Iowa 25. Time remaining in the ball game, 10-15, and Turner,
I think he's
coming off the field,
checking all of his faculties right now.
Turner's coming out. Now he's got to leave because the time was taken for him. He's wobbly. Book is a 190-pounder, a sophomore out of Keystone, Iowa. And he really let Turner have it. Elbert only weighs 165 pounds, and he's one of the fastest men in the Big Ten. Football or track.
Yep.
Oftentimes when people are knocked a little loose like that, it's the velocity that does it as much as anything. There's a shot down the middle. Pass is good to Mueller. Mueller's inside the 5 for the Illini. First and goal to go. Just inside 10 minutes to go in a ball game. Iowa leading by 30, and Illinois still trying. Purdue's pass is incomplete. Trying to get the ball to Howard Griffith.
There's no quit in this man right here. Even though he's 5'9", I've long ago forgotten that fact. This guy can play. He's a competitor. He's a student of the game.
Iowa 5.
And you mentioned earlier he's a national, not a national, he was a state wrestling champion in California. And a tough competitor.
Little pop pass into the end zone. Sean Wax, touchdown. That is Wax's 3rd touchdown of the day.
Wax came into the ball game number 3 in catches in the Big Ten and 3rd in yardage also. He's had a pretty good day here.
Higgins' kick is good.
Kick is good. 9 minutes, 50 seconds remain in the game.
9:50 to play. It's 51-28 now.
Locker room, and in about 10 or 15 minutes from now, the music that you hear, well, that's the Hokey Pokey, and Coach Hayden Fry and his entire team, believe it or not, will do it back here in the locker room. Now, let's see, it's put your right foot in and then your right foot out and then shake it all. I'm not going to try it because I'm not an Iowa football player, but they do it after every big game. They did it in the state of Michigan for Michigan State and for Michigan, and now they're going to be doing it for Iowa too, right here.
Yeah, but surely they ain't going to do no hokey pokey. That was the last time he took her dancing. Jim Hartlieb is now in at quarterback for the Iowa Hawkeyes. The ball comes out, but the whistle had long since blown.
Keith, I think that tells you something about Hayden and the type of person he is. It may sound a little hokey to some people, but that's just the type of guy he is. Down to earth. The team comes out together. They go in together. What do they call it? The swarm. It's just the way Hayden is. He is a down-to-earth, very likable guy, and you know, it's good to see things happen. Before last year, when they were 5-6, he had taken the Hawkeyes to 8 straight bowl games, and after last year's, it was a tough year for this team.
This is Tony Stewart. And he gets about 9 yards on that carry. Tomorrow on ABC Sports, 10 of the PGA's best will go for it in the Merrill Lynch shootout at 3, 2 Central and Pacific. And at 5, 4 Central and Pacific, the Golden Bear takes a look at this year's majors and meets with the champions, Jack Nicklaus, the Major Championships in Review, presented by Nationwide Insurance.
All right, Jack.
Stewart trying for the first down is a yard short at least. He did not get it. Well, I'll tell you something. You were talking about Hayden a moment ago. Country folks, I'm country. I don't care if they call me Hokie or not. And I don't imagine that he doesn't give a twinkling damn if anybody calls him Hokie or not either. Because he's got a football team sitting on top of the Big Ten Conference.
That's right. And last year he had a young team, and people were giving him some problems and saying, you know, what's the problem here? We're used to going to bowl games, and he kept saying we're young, and they made a lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes. He's eliminated the mistakes. The team has matured, and
oh man, you talk about everything going right.
Yeah.
Hysak's coffin corner kick is out of bounds at the 6, 46 yards, and he hit right with the tombstone. Penalty flag thrown way across the field. So there was something going on over there. Holding is what? And it's against Illinois. So everything is falling down for the Illini.
You know, Jim Hartley was in for quarterbacking for Hayden Fry. He is the brother. Some of you may remember Chuck Hartley, who was an outstanding quarterback for Hayden a few years back. Hayden's had a bunch of good quarterbacks. There's Jim Hartley, the brother of Chuck. Chuck went on as playing in the NFL.
Post-possession, first down.
Chuck is with the Oilers now. His brother's with the Oilers. Hayden has developed some good quarterbacks over the years, being a quarterback himself.
From the 3 now, the Illini will go to work again. 51-28 the score. Wagner Lester trying to wedge it out and get a little running room, get some breathing room behind him. Will pick up a couple of yards only.
Talking about Hayden Fry, if you look down through the years, in fact, 5 of the last 7 years, he has had the all Big Ten quarterback. And if you talk about these two teams here today, Illinois and Iowa, 8 of the last 9 years, one of these two teams has had the all Big Ten quarterback. Tony Eason, Jeff George, Chuck Hartley.
Jason Verduzco just hooked up with Stephen Mueller for the first down for Illinois, and they do get a little room now as they bring it out to the 15-yard line. 28 out of 44, over 300 yards, but his team is getting walloped. And that pass is thrown out of bounds. Again intended for Stephen Mueller. The big one of the day, I guess you would say, were number 1 Virginia falling to Georgia Tech. Look at the offense that they rolled up in that ball game.
Yeah, 2 good defenses too.
You'd have to rent a spare abacus to count it. Detmer, almost 400 yards today. Tennessee rolling along. Tennessee's got Notre Dame coming to call.
Next week, isn't it?
Yep, 2nd down and 10. Little pass thrown under to Sean Wax, and Wax is down at the 20 for a 5-yard pickup. John Derby still in there for Iowa, the big junior from Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. You know, this Iowa team is going to lose some good players. I mean, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to lose Rulin, they're going to lose Johnson, they're going to lose Melvin Foster. But they've got Derby back.
They lose Hanks.
They lose Merton Hanks.
So those 4 are 5th-year seniors.
Yep.
The rest of them
all come back.
Yeah. You know, Iowa before the season was nowhere in the rankings, Keith. not in the top 35. They were 5 and 6 the year before. And Hayden has really brought them from nowhere. The schedule was not favorable for them. We talked about all the road games that they had, and they've won big on the road.
That pass was delivered just as the man turned, and Elbert Turner hit just as the ball arrived. Couldn't reel it in, and Merton Hanks gets credit for breaking it up. At the conclusion of the game, the MVPs will be chosen in behalf of Chevrolet. 4th down, and Illinois this deep on their end of the field, going to kick it. Jimmy Harness is in. It's a low liner that bounces toward the sidelines and will go out of bounds at the 44-yard line. There, Iowa will have it. 1st down with 6 minutes, 32 seconds remaining to play in the ball game.
For Jimmy Harness, a punt at 36 yards.
Next Saturday, doubleheader for you. These same Illini, now fighting for their life, literally, in the Rose Bowl hunt, will be up in Ann Arbor against Michigan at noon Eastern time. At 3:30 Eastern, Washington against UCLA here on ABC Sports. From the 44, the Hawkeyes go to work. Tony Stewart carries. Get a yard. I doubt very much you'll see any more passing by Iowa because they've got all the points they need.
The way it breaks down, Keith, as far as Iowa and the Big Ten Championship and the Rose Bowl is concerned, is that if Iowa can win 2 of their next 3, they're pretty much assured of the Rose Bowl berth, because even if they lose one and tie with Illinois, they still will have beaten Illinois and go to the Rose Bowl. Now, I'm taking into consideration that Minnesota, who has to go to Michigan and play at Michigan State and Iowa, is going to lose one of those 3.
This is Jim Hartlieb. Out of bounds. Inside the 20 by Phil Mel Johnson. Jim Hartlieb, 205-pounder from Woodstock, Illinois. And it's 1st down, Iowa. At the 20.
I think it's a late hit, too, Keith, on the end of that.
Gil Marchman. Personal foul. Yep, you're right.
Gain of 36 yards on the play.
While they're marking it off, looking out west, the Pac-10, Washington beat Arizona today, roundly, 54-10. That clinches a co-championship for the Huskies in the Pac-10.
Dead ball.
And it gives Washington the Pac-10 berth in the Rose Bowl.
1st and goal.
So the Huskies effectively are in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
They're home free.
Yep.
Congratulations to Don James for that one. Stewart weaves in heavy traffic, gets close to the 5.
I think they've got loftier goals on their minds right now with top teams losing. Virginia lost today. Notre Dame plays at Tennessee.
Nebraska's losing.
Nebraska is losing to Colorado 20-12 in the 4th. You know, it could be who survives, and it could very well be a team with 1 loss could win it.
Yep. You would probably see Notre Dame go back to the top in next week's poll, I would think.
Especially if Nebraska gets beat.
Yep. They're playing in a sleet storm out in Lincoln, so down 8 points, it might be hard to come back in that kind of conditions. It is 3rd down and goal. The ball is still at the 5-yard line. Meantime, Washington, they lost. In fact, they had the ball in the end zone for the winning touchdown, and the ball was dropped down in Boulder against Colorado. They just pounded people lately. It'll be interesting. 3 weeks, next 3 weeks, for instance. Hartlieb. He's finally down at the 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. 51-28 with 4 minutes to play in the game. And they'll run another play, I think, or will they send in the kicking team? The kickers will come in. Not the kicker. Didn't 11 come in? Yep, he did. The spot is at the 12. 22-yarder by Skillett is good. 3:39 to play in the game, and it goes now to 54-28. Iowa over Illinois in one of the day's shockers in college football.
Fans are reminded to exit the stadium through the city gates from there. Again, we ask you to exit.
A moment now with Jack.
Keith, we've gathered in one of the helmets from the Iowa Hawkeyes, and you see the traditional Hawkeye logo, but up here there's a yellow logo that says ANF. They're in the heartland of American farmland, and this stands for America Needs Farmers. So all the farmers, they pull for Iowa as well.
Well, what the farmer needs are better prices. You wouldn't have a shortage of farmers. Truth.
In addition, your card will save you money at local merchants that provide discounts which you bear on the actual card. Finally, the Gold Laptop Club delivers a free subscription to the Orange and Blue Sports Review, the official U of I Athletic tabloid.
Again, a reminder that Iowa goes home with Ohio State, and Purdue then finishes on the road at Minnesota. Illinois is the one with the rough road right now, because they play at Michigan next week, at Indiana next week, the week after, and then finish with Northwestern at home.
Illinois has had big problems with Michigan, winning only 2 games in the last 30 years against the Wolverines.
This is Andy Quiter kicking off for the Hawkeyes. Hooked it a little bit and kicked it high and short. It's taken by Lynch. And Clinton Lynch gets out to the 33-yard line for Illinois. So it could well be, in fact, it seems now probably assured that we will come down to the end of the season and into the postseason before you have a team that can lay a firm grip on #1 in the country.
Well, that's the way it's shaking down.
Yep. I guess the way it ought to be, huh? The scoring summary takes up a full page in a 54-28 ball game.
Takes up more time than you've got left.
Yes, I'll just tell you that Iowa got out early, stunned the big crowd of 72,000 plus, shocked the team. Verduzco goes down. He is caught behind the line of scrimmage by Jeff Nelson. There's a penalty flag back up the field. But Iowa jumped out to a 21-0 lead in the first quarter. There was a turnover by Illinois on the second play of the game, and Iowa quickly cashed it in. And that set the tone for the whole day. It was 28-8-0 early in the second quarter. Then it was 35-14 at halftime, 44-14 into the third quarter. And right now here with 3 minutes and 25 seconds to play in the game, it is 54-28.
Here's a look at the top 10 and how they fared today. Virginia has lost. Notre Dame has won and will probably move up depending on Nebraska's game with Colorado. Auburn plays later. Illinois is losing. Houston, they won today, didn't they?
That's the first time.
They're incomplete. They're not finished, but Washington and Miami both won, and BYU has won.
But the absurdity of polls is clearly reflected there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't see Iowa.
Yeah. Houston is up 28-14 at halftime.
Incomplete pass. Stopping the clock at 3:09.
There's a look at John Makovic. He's got to be very disappointed. I remember last year, Keith, when he went out at the beginning of last year, he flew out with his team to play Southern Cal in the first game of the year. As soon as they got on the bus at the airport, when they went in to play the ball game, they stopped by the Rose Bowl. he wanted his players to see exactly what they would be playing for in the next couple of years to come. It's got to be doubly disappointing because this was supposed to be the year for Illinois.
Dump off pass to Wagner Lester, and Lester will come up about a yard short of his first down, it appears. Colorado now is chewing up Nebraska.
Yeah.
In Lincoln. Radusco's pass is good for the first down. Caught again by Sean Wax. And Wax takes a big hit from Scott Plate. Every time Sean Wax has caught the ball today, Iowa has made him pay.
You go Wax. I don't know what he's celebrating about. He's down by 36 points.
Well, he taunts you.
Yep.
I mean, he really does. He's saying to Iowa now, come on, do it again.
Yeah, he's winning his little battle, but he's lost the war.
Yep, exactly right.
You know, this was supposed to be the year for Illinois. They had 17 starters returning from last year's, and 11 of those 22 starters were fifth-year seniors. They were 10-2 last year with all those starters returning.
I was watching Wax go downfield against Plate on that play, letting you. And he was looking for a chance to lay a lick on him.
Yeah.
He didn't get it. Here he goes again. The pass is thrown the other side, but Mueller fumbles the football. He made the catch, he dropped the ball, and Iowa takes it away from him. Now Wax is into it good back there.
Yeah, well, the thing you don't need now is some kind of a nasty incident to happen on the field or on the sidelines. You've lost the game, admit it, be good sports about it, come back and play next week. What is this? What is that?
Don't know. That's a wideout trying to block.
Yeah.
Before the fumble.
I don't think Mackovic is condoning anything that Wax has done. In fact, I think he's kind of chiding him in the other direction.
Hartley, the quarterback, hands it off to Marvin Lentgen. And now Iowa's begun the process of running out the clock. With a minute and 50 seconds from the clock running, executive producer of ABC's College Football, Jeffrey Mason. Today's game produced by Jack Graham. Good job, Jackson. Directed by Larry Cam, always a good job. Technical director Gary Larkins. Associate director David Kiviat. The operations managers Joe Alvarado, Al Fong, and Hal Schmitz. Assistant to the producer Mitch Green. Statistician Dave Burnson, spotter Todd Barry, Mark Ametto on computer, Mike Bird on graphics, Kirsten Anderson stage manager, and our sideline coordinator Dick Schefter.
33, the ball carrier.
Did I hear your voice raise when you said Mitch Green?
Yeah. And about 45 engineering guys who were terrific.
They really do a good job. We don't give them enough credit. They get great pictures and get the sound out and everything else.
It's not up to me to give them credit. It's up to the public to understand that they're the ones that are doing the hard work. Lampkin. The mode here is run out the clock. And that's exactly what is going on. We're now down to 30 seconds. It has been a stunning ball game in many respects, mainly because so few anticipated it would be anything other than a close, tough football game, perhaps very similar to the Illinois-Michigan State game. But instead, the Hawkeyes broke on top early, and they have won it going away. final score, Iowa 54, Illinois 28. The Hawkeyes, the only unbeaten team in the Big Ten. And they made it a convincing show.
Congratulations. I hope you went around. Have a great day.
You know, Dad always said, Norman,